If you happen to visit Arizona's Capitol Museum in Phoenix, you might find yourself face-to-face with that state's very first governor, George W.P. Hunt, still seated at his desk, even though Governor Hunt has been dead for almost 80 years. But freaky as this is, it is not really Governor Hunt. It is a life-sized wax figure of him. He is actually interred in a white pyramid that sits on top of a hill in Papago Park, also in Phoenix. Why not make an afternoon of it and visit both places? Here in the pyramid, actual dead politician, but you cannot see him. Here in the Capitol Museum, fake wax politician, but you get to look right at him, including his spiffy white shoes underneath the desk. But what if you could do both at the same time? What if you wanted to do both at the same time? You wanted to see the dead guy up close and you wanted to have it be the real dead guy. Well, the world has just offered up a new opportunity to make that happen. The nation of Venezuela held its state funeral today for its beloved president, Hugo Chavez, who died on Tuesday. But that does not mean that they buried Hugo Chavez. All week long, people have been waiting in line to pay their respects to Chavez's casket. They were still doing it today, even as the funeral was getting underway. But this is not a last chance, see him now, or the opportunity will be lost forever kind of lineup. What we have learned is that President Chavez is going to be embalmed and placed in a glass box on permanent display. Venezuela's vice president, who tonight became the country's new president, explained that this way, quote, "The people can have him forever." Once he's under glass, Mr. Chavez joins a really select group of people who have been put on perpetual display in our world. There's Lenin's tomb in Moscow's Red Square. Want to see him from a different angle? Got that. Yep. North Korea's Kim Jong-il is on display at a palace in Pyongyang, as is his pops, his dad, Kim Il-sung, so it's kind of a family thing. In China, the body of Chairman Mao can be found at a mausoleum in Beijing's Tiananmen Square. All of these gentlemen belonging to the really famous world leader category of entombment and perpetual exhibition. My favorite, however, is also the preserved skeleton of British philosopher Jeremy Bentham, who came up with the panopticon and utilitarianism. Here he is, dressed in his own clothes, sitting in a wooden cabinet. More of a closet or an armoire, really, at the University College of London. Hello, Jeremy Bentham. The only thing that is wax inside the box is Bentham's head. Bentham's own actual mummified head used to sit at his feet inside that glass box before it was taken away for more tasteful storage elsewhere. But you know what? If Jeremy Bentham were sitting right here with me tonight, I would make him a drink called a Corpse Reviver, just to see what would happen. Actually, it's a Corpse Reviver number 2, and it's delicious. Are you ready for a cocktail moment? We haven't done one of these in a long time, but boy, howdy do I need one. All right, Corpse Reviver number 2. I have no idea what Corpse Reviver number 1 is, but number 2 is the good one. It's equal parts, which is actually true of a surprising number of really good drinks. So you want 3/4 of an ounce of gin. We are using Death's Door gin from Wisconsin because it's delicious and because I assume that it annoys Wisconsin's Governor Scott Walker for me to use a Wisconsin product. This is Cointreau, which is one of the orange-flavored liqueurs. It's the clear one. If you use Grand Marnier, it'll taste sort of the same, except Grand Marnier isn't clear, and it's better if it's clear. This is Lillet, which is like fancy French Thunderbird. It's a vermouthy fortified wine thing that is surprisingly delicious on ice with an orange twist, and it's a good cocktail ingredient as well. My sister-in-law loves Lillet, perhaps too much. Just kidding. And very special ingredient, fresh lemon juice. It must actually be from a piece of fruit. I know that's disappointing to you if you have something that's called lemon juice that you bought from the store and they didn't spell lemon with all of the vowels, but it needs to come from an actual lemon. There we go. 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. Now, the really difficult thing about the Corpse Reviver is that it's really easy, right? It's all equal parts. 3/4 of an ounce, gin, Cointreau, Lillet, and lemon juice. Equal parts. You don't even need to write it down. But then here's the hard part. 2 drops. What? 2 drops of absinthe. It's impossible to get 2 drops of anything unless you're the kind of person who has an eyedropper around. And if you're the kind of person who has an eyedropper around, you're probably not watching cable TV for your cocktail recipes. So, see what you can do to get 2 drops. I use a paring knife. Shake it. More than you think you need to until your hands get really cold. And the corpse will be revived. Or as they say in the serious drinking business, if you have one too many of these, the corpse will become unrevived. Happy Friday. Thanks for being with us. The recipe's at mattoblog.com. Now it's time for the last word. Have a really good weekend. Good night. See you later.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. We do not give up. Expect surprises. Subscribe.